Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I am going to show how to find number of trailing zeros of the given n factorial. Before going to explain this concept, let us know what do you mean by trailing zeros. Trailing zeros means sequence of zeros after which no digits will follow. Let's take an example to understand 52,000. How many number of sequence of zeros are there after which no digits will follow? 3 zeros are there. So the total number of trailing zeros in this number are 3 trailing zeros. Let us take 52,001. Here, is there any sequence of zeros after which no digits follow? No. Here sequence of digits are there, but after which there is one digit will follow. So how many trailing zeros? 0 trailing zeros. Let us take 52,001,00. Right? How many sequence of zeros after which no digits follow? These are the two digits after which no digits follow. So how many trailing zeros are there? Two trailing zeros. I hope you got clarity about the trailing zeros concept. Yes. In our exam, they will ask find the number of trailing zeros for some 5 factorial. Means you need to find the result of 5 factorial. What is the result of 5 factorial? You need to write like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You will get the value 120, right? So the number of trailing zeros are 1. Like this you will ask, you will get question. Not this much simple. They will ask like 1020 factorial. Find out the number of trailing zeros for the number 1020 factorial. Then you need to follow this trick. Okay, let me explain the general procedure. Generally, for example, I am having a number x multiply with number 1. Is there any possibility to get trailing zeros, at least one trailing zero here? Except 10. Except 10, remaining all the values of x, you won't get 0. Similarly, for multiply with 2, can we get trailing zeros here at least 1? Yes. For only 2 cases, except either 5 or 10. Similarly, if you multiply a number x with 3, you will get a trailing zero only for the case the value 10. For 4, you will get except 5 or 10, you won't get 0. Similarly, for 5, can we get a trailing zero? Yes. For except 5, except 10. Mean this x value is 10, then only you will get trailing zero, at least one trailing zero. In all the remaining cases, you won't get. Similarly, for 6, except either 5 or 10. Similarly, for 7, for except 10, all other remaining you won't get trailing zero. For 8, you will get for either except 5 or 10. Similarly, for 9, you will get a trailing zero except 10. You won't get trailing zero except 10. Similarly, for 10, for any number you will get trailing zero. What I am saying is, if you multiply a number x by 1, you won't get trailing zero except this x value is 10. Similarly, for a value x can be either x or 10, then only you will get a trailing zero. Either except 5 or 10, for 5 or 10 you will get a value 0, trailing 0, and all the remaining case you won't get 0. Means you can simply understood here by simply seeing you will get a trailing 0 means the end digit you will get a 0 for only either 10 or 5. For 5 or 10 you will get a trailing 0. Here for 10 you will get for any number you will get a trailing 0. But here one more case is there. For 5 you need to multiply this with x, right? This x should be compulsory an even number. Guys, don't worry. This is only for general explanation, for in order to understand depth. Finally, I will give one formula. With that formula, you can solve this question directly. Okay. So whenever you take a number 5, and this x should be only even number. See here, whenever the number is 2 even number, then only I am able to get 0 with 5. For even number, then only I will get 0. For even number, then only I am taking 5 and 0. For even number, then only I am taking 5 and I am getting trailing 0. Okay, fine. So what I am saying is, for either 5 or 10, you will get a trailing 0. But the condition is, for 5, the multiplied number should be an even number. For example, let us take 5 factorial. 5 factorial value is 120, right? How we are going to get 5 multiplied with 4, 3, 2, 1? You will get the result 120. Why you got here one trailing 0? This trailing 0 you got because of existence of this value 5. So here, because of the existence of this value 5, and also because of the existence of at least one even number, this is an even number, this is an even number. So 5 into 4 20, or 5 into 2 10. So finally I got one trailing 0. Okay. Similarly, for example, let us take 6 factorial. 6 multiply with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How much value you will get? You will get the value 720. This trailing 0 you got because of the existence of 1 5, and at least one even number. Then only you will get one trailing 0. So what I am saying is, whenever you want to find a factorial of a number, n factorial of a number, if I am having multiple 5s, for example, let us take some 10 factorial. In 10 factorial, how many 5s are there? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? The 10 factorial result is, I have already calculated, 3628, 800. Here you got two trailing zeros. Why you got two trailing zeros? Because of existence of the 110, and because of existence of 15, and here I have used 5 because there exist multiple even numbers. So because of these two numbers, 5 and 10, I got here two zeros. Okay, so in order to simply generalize my terminology, I am going to write here 10 as 5 into 2. 5 into 2 means, in my 10 factorial, I am having two fives. I got two trailing zeros. In my 5 factorial, I got 1 5, so I got one trailing 0. In my 6 factorial, I got 1 5, so I got one trailing 0. Similarly, let us take, I am going to write like 15 factorial. In 15 factorial, how many 5s are there? That you need to write, right? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So here, to identify how many number of trailing zeros are there in the given factorial 15 factorial, you need to identify how many number of 5s are there. There is 1 5. Here this 10 I can write like 5 into 2. There is one more 5. Here this one I can write like 5 into 3. So total, how many 5s are there? Total 3 5s are there. So total you will get 3 trailing zeros. Like this. But in the exam they won't ask these simple bits. They will ask like something like, what is the total number of trailing zeros at the end of 1023 factorial. Then at that time, you cannot able to write all these numbers and you are going to calculate like this. Then what we can do? We can simply calculate. Let's see. For example, I want to find the total number of trailing zeros at the end of 15 factorial. Then if you want to check how many 5s are there, then simply I can divide it with 5, right? If I divide with 5, so there are three possibilities. Three possibilities of 5. 5 numbers are there. So means in 15 factorial, I can get 3 5 digit numbers. For example, in 16 factorial, how many 5 digit numbers are exist? You will exist only 3, right? So let us take simple. In 5 factorial, how many 5 digits will get? Only one, right? How we are going to get? 5 ones are 5. Only one. But what about 6 factorial? 6 factorial by 5. How many? 5 ones are 5 only. Means I can able to write here floor. I can able to write floor. Just check. In my 15 factorial, how many 5s are there? Simply I need to perform floor of 15 factorial by 5, you will get 5 3s are 15. Don't consider factorial. 5 3 is 15. So you will get 3. Like this you can calculate. For example, I want to calculate total number of 5s are there in 20 factorial. Then simply 20 by 5 with floor. So total 4. For example, let us take 22. In 22 factorial, how many 5s are there? Simply divide with 22 by 5, you will get 4 point something. But floor means 4.5 you will get. Floor means you need to consider only the lower digit value, that is 4. Here, I am going to take one more. For example, here the question is, you will get like, what about 25 factorial? In 25 factorial, you will get how many 5s? Let us take 25 into, I can write 24 factorial, right? So up to 24 factorial, how many 5s are there? 24 floor by 5. 5 4 is 20. So total up to 24 factorial, I got 4 5 numbers. What about this 25? In how many ways I can write this 25? This I can write in 5 multiplied with 5. So in 25 factorial, I got total 6 trailing zeros. 6 trailing zeros. That unit understood. Means up to 24 factorial, I won't occur. I didn't get occur this situation. But if you go beyond 25 or above, you will get at some particular values. For 25 factorial, you will get 2 5s, 2 5s. Similarly, for 125 factorial, you will get 3 5s. Similarly, for 625 factorial, you will get 4 5s. Like this, you will get, and so on. So this is why you are going to calculate. Let's see. Here, what I am saying is, in 15 factorial, I am going to get only 3 5s. 3 5s. But if you take 25 factorial, if you take 25 factorial, you will get 2 extra 5s. Why I am going to consider this extra 5? This extra 5 I can able to multiply with some even number. That even number is already exists. So that is the reason I am going to get 6 trailing zeros. So if I generalize this one, if I want to find the total number of trailing zeros of a given factorial, total number of trailing zeros for given n factorial, what you are going to do is floor of n by 5 plus floor of n by 5 square plus floor of n by 5 cube plus and so on and so on. Means what I am saying is, what is the meaning of this one? It is going to find the number of divisible values of 5 and we are going to remove all those 5s first, and here we are going to find out the extra 5s. First time I am going to get all the 5s, single 5s, then I am going to get extra 5, then I am going to get once again extra 5s. Okay, for example, I want to find 26 factorial. 26 factorial. So in 26 factorial, how many trailing zeros are there? So simply substitute 26 by 5 floor plus 26 by 25 plus 26 by 125 and so on. So when I am going to stop this process, let me explain. So 5 5s are 25. So here 5 trailing zeros are there, plus 25 ones are 25. 1 point something you will get plus 1. Here 125 26 by 125 means 0 point something. 0 point something means 0 only. So here I am going to stop my process. So total 6 trailing zeros are there in my number. Okay, for example, I want to find something like how many trailing zeros are there in 21 factorial. Means what we need to do? 21 by 5 floor plus 21 by 5 square means 25. We'll stop here. Why? Because if you calculate 21 by 25, you will get 0 point something. 0 point something means you will get 0 only, right? Means there are no 5s, extra 5s are here. So 21 by 5 means you will get 4. That means 4 trailing zeros are there at the end of the 21 factorial. See here, I am going to explain once again. The meaning of this one is first divisible n by 5, and if we divisible n by 5, we are going to remove all 5s first. And I am going to write this one because I am going to remove all the extra 5s. And this one I am going to write because all removing the extra 5 digits like 125, 625 like that. Okay. Let's take one more number, 124 factorial. In 124 factorial, how many trailing zeros are there? We need to write, right? 124 by 5 plus 124 by 25 plus 124 by 125. We'll stop here because here only we'll get 0. So 124 by 5 means 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 20. 24 plus 25. How many extra 5s will get here? 124 by 25 5s are 125, right? 25 4s are 4 5 are 20, 4 2s are 8, 100. So 25 4s are, it will, okay. So total 28 trailing zeros are there at the end of 124 factorial. For example, let us take one more number. Find out number of trailing zeros at the end of for the number 876 factorial. Then what we are going to do? You are going to write the formula. 876 by 5 plus 876 by 5 square plus 876 by 5 cube. 5 cube means 125, easily divisible. Next 876 by 5 cube 125, 5 power 4, 625. If you write next one 876 by 5 power 5, 5 power 5, it will exceed, so I will stop my process. So here you will get zeros. So for this 876 by 5, what you will get? 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35, and 5 5s are 25, 175 plus 876 by 25. 25 3s are 75 and 25 5s are 125 you will get. Next 125, 5 cube means 125. Simply you will get, I have already calculated 125 7s are, you will get some value. Okay. Next 876 by 625 means obviously you will get 1 5. Okay. So 175 is first common 5s, next extra common 5s, extra common 5s, extra common 5s. So total how many 5s will you will get? Calculate 175. So you will get 218. 218 means in an 876 factorial you will get 21 trailing zeros. Okay, so this is the concept. To solve the problem of finding the trailing zeros, you need to simply remember this formula. Okay, fine. I hope you understood this concept clearly. Thank you.